we're doing this a little different. We're gonna hold the camera like this and just talk to you guys. So it's gonna be random conversations. So that's what this is gonna be. The pour over is this is random conversations, guys. Let's go ahead and call it what it is. Welcome to the pour over, man. This is episode whatever it is, man. Peace and blessings, family. What's up with all the daydreamers out there? Please live it. Don't sleep through this thing, man. Welcome back to another episode of The Pour Over, where we not only make a delicious cup of coffee, which I absolutely have already drunk before I even put this video up or started filming this, but we pour over into you some words of encouragement to get you not just through one day, but through the whole week. And what we gonna do, man, it's gonna be a little different. As you can see how I'm filming, it's a little different and everything, man, like that. But guess what, man? That's what it's gonna be. We just gonna have some random conversations, some random talks. We just gonna press the record button and we just gonna get into it. So the audio might not be all that great. I might even be covering up the microphone. I don't know, shout it, but I know this much. We just gonna talk. We're gonna be real. We're gonna be 100% authentic. You know what I'm trying to say. So here's the thing, man. Here's the dig. Here's the dig. Fear is the main thing that is keeping you from putting out what you create. Fear is the main thing that is keeping you from starting that business. Fear is the main thing that's keeping you from starting your ministry. Fear is the main thing that keeps you complacent in an area, a place, a job, a community, a state, a city, a relationship, whatever the case may be. And when I say relationship, it's just not like we dating type, marriage type. No, I'm talking about like friendships and all that other stuff. Fear of being alone, fear of the unknown, fear of not knowing left or right, fear of saying I don't have the resources, fear of lack of money, fear of lack of support, fear of lack of knowledge, fear of whatever I'm not adequate enough, fear of what it might cost in order to make whatever it is that you want to do come to fruition. It is not like we make all the excuses for why we don't do what we do or why we don't put out what we put out or why we won't after we create something. And mind you, this is for a lot of us creatives. A lot of us creatives have a computer, a hard drive, whether it's internal or external. You have a hard drive, a phone, an SD card. You have like one of these or something like that, full of material, full of stuff, full of songs, full of pictures, full of videos, full of paintings, full of drawings, full of sketches, graphic designs, full of all this stuff that you've created that nobody absolutely knows about. Why? Because you fear. Oh, you're going to sit there and you're going to try to make all kind of excuses and say, no, it's not actually fear. And somebody probably in their mind frame will be like, you know what? No, it's actually this or it's actually that. You can't necessarily say that it's fear. It's not always fear that keeps a person. No, it's fear. It is fear that keeps us from pushing forward into the unknown. Because here's what's the unknown about putting anything that you create out there for individuals to see, for individuals to look at, for individuals to be a part of. You don't know how they will accept it. You don't know if they're going to reject it also, though. You don't know either one. And that's the one thing that I think we need to get out of our head. And that's another thing. So number one is fear. Fear keeps us from putting stuff out there because I just explained all that. I'm not going to go back through all that. But the other thing is the lack of control. The lack of control, the lack of the ability to sit back and say that you can control the outcome, you can control the reaction, you can control the emotions, you can control the comments, you can control the post, you can control the debate, you can control everything. Matter of fact, for those of us who put stuff together and try to put it out there, like give you an example. These mechanical devices and stuff that we use on a regular basis, do you not know that there have been, like, give you an example, like your phone or the iPads or anything like that, even these little desk tripods and stuff like that, several designs came out before the design that you have in your hand right there for the most part, unless you have a first generation. And even with that first generation, guess what the company can't control? The company cannot control how the audience will receive it, how the consumer will receive it. But what they can control is putting it out there. What they can control, and watch this, they can't control how it might even function when it gets into the hands of the user. But what they can't control is how they respond to fix what malfunctions. And that's the thing that we don't realize. No, I cannot control how the audience will respond to my music, to my poetry, to these videos, or anything like that. But what I can control is paying attention to my audience, making the necessary adjustments that, again, let me highlight that doesn't devalue me, that does not take me away from being who I am, and it does not taint my personality, my character. It doesn't destroy me as a person. It doesn't put my faith in God on standstill and a sacrifice to bow before an audience. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm simply saying paying attention to the response of your audience, because hey, perhaps the lighting it throws them off. Perhaps the way that you filmed them is throwing it off. The words that you put, but it could be a variety of small little things that's throwing people off from being able to actually engage in the content that you're putting. Why? It could very well just be the content that you're talking about. The audience that you're marketing to doesn't want to hear it, man. But at the end of the day, you can control how you respond. You can't control how other people may respond to what you put out there. So you see these paintings on the wall that's behind me and everything. This is my wife's paintings, man. When she paints, she takes a picture and she puts it out there on Facebook. She cannot control how many likes, hearts, huggy heart stuff, how many comments or shares she's going to get. All she can control is putting the paint on the canvas, putting her mind on the canvas with the paint, posting it, and seeing what happens. And she keeps pressing forward. She's had her ups, she's had her downs, she's had her moments where she's called me crying about the responses of certain things. But she's matured through the whole thing. Why? Because she did not allow how the audience responds to cause her to stop. She took it as a means by which, guess what? I will not be defeated. I will not lay down. I will not become tired. I will continue to press on. I will continue to get back to the original intent of why she is putting, or I am putting paint on the canvas, meaning her, why she's putting paint on the canvas. And that is simply as a means by which she can encourage, aid, and help therapeutically as best she can other people who are dealing with all kinds of issues and problems. If they can see her, and that's the ultimate goal of what she's doing, if they can look at her art and find comfort and hope in their lives through her art, she's accomplished the mission. Same thing with me. If somebody can look at my videos, my music, my poetry, and find hope in the next day, in the next minute, the next second, I've accomplished the mission. I've accomplished the goal. I've finished the task. I've pressed forward. And that's what it is all about, ladies and gentlemen. You can't control the responses. Get that out your head and get fear out of going out into the unknown, because let me tell you why you need to get rid of that. Every time you fail to manifest what God has placed on your heart to do, you are prolonging the salvation of another person. Think about it. We're going to continue this conversation, but I got to cut this off. I got to take my son to work in a few. We're going to continue this conversation. All right, so the question is, we can talk about what keeps us from doing what we want to do, or putting out the content we want to put out, putting out our music, putting out our paintings, starting that business. We can talk about what hinders us all day long, which I think we get so obsessed with talking about why we won't do it or can't do it or not doing it, that we forget to talk about how to actually do it. But here's the kicker, and this is what I want you guys to understand about this, man. It's something that we seek an answer for, and we want an actual 1-step, 2-step, 3-step thing, or the definitive key to unlocking the door to getting out there. This is the reason why we can't get it moving, because we're looking for the one-all solution to making things happen, when honestly there's not. In fact, I would even be dared to say, man, I would dare to say to just do it. See what happens. All that music you got in your phone, take one of those songs, 2 of those songs, just one, and put it on. You can post it. one of those songs, just post it and see what happens. See what's going to happen. You have to first get over the fact that you can't control and that you have fear, and just do it and just see what happens, ladies and gentlemen, man. Just do it. Nike has the best slogan overall, and that is to just do it. So let me explain to you why I mean what I mean. So I'm sitting here, I just dropped my son off, man, and I'm pretty sure these people driving by, if they are looking at me or want to look at me, if people come out the door over here and everything like that, over there, I guess hopefully you can see that, come over there, they're gonna look at me like I'm crazy, man. Like, they're gonna, like, what is he doing? He's got a camera, he's sitting up here on the top of the hill talking to a camera, and he looks like an idiot with his hands moving around and all this other stuff and everything like that. Do you not know how much I did not want to be out in the public area like this, in space like this, doing this? But I wanted the different change of scenery from just being inside my house. I love being inside my house. I love the aesthetics of my house. But at the end of the day, to do something and go somewhere different, to film, is what I've been wanting to do. But in my mind, I'm always like, yeah, but I'm gonna look real silly sitting out and standing out in the public, man, waving my arms, talking to the camera about being inspired, about fulfilling your dreams and running after your goals and aspirations, putting purpose to your life. But how can I tell you guys all this stuff and I won't come out to a spot like this, man, and block out any and everybody that, like that car that's driving up right there, you see that car that's right there driving up, they're probably looking up here like, this idiot. But guess what? I would rather look like an idiot to those out there while I'm trying to go after my dreams than look like an idiot to myself in the mirror for sitting down and never getting up and trying, never getting up and pushing for it, never giving up and getting up and going for it. Because see, don't get so caught up in the distance of how far you can go. Just do it. So yeah, that song in your phone, just post it. That dance routine that you've been wanting to do for a while, if you go to a local congregation that does all that stuff, man, hey man, talk to your church leadership and say, I want to dance. If you're a singer, I want to sing. If you want to open up your own business, just start it and do it. Just start it and do it. Don't sit back and just wait for somebody else to tell you to do it. I mean, look, just get up and go for it, man. But hey, man, look, this is beautiful, man. I told you, we just on the spot location. We just gonna be dropping gems. Just find a spot and just go at it, man. So I actually really like it up here. I mean, it really looks. Let me give y'all a panorama shot of what I'm looking at. I mean, at the end of the day, it don't look like much on camera, okay? I don't care, shot it, but this shot right here, boom, this with the buildings in the background and plus all the greenery, oh man, this is beautiful. To me, it's beautiful, okay? I'm pretty sure there's some other spots that look a whole lot better than this, but I don't care because I'm out here and I decided to come out here. So before I conclude and wrap this whole video up, man, I wanted to read from the devotional that me and my family have just completed. That is the inspiration for me getting out of the house with my camera and actually filming and looking goofy, waving my arms up and down on the middle of what looked like to be a hill and stuff like that. And then there's also the inspiration for the fact that we are going to go out this morning to the Savannah Rapids so I can take my my camera out and do some footage of either some video or some camera shots, because I want to take a camera shot for all them locks. But anyways, if you know what I'm talking about. But I wanted to, you know, it's just getting out of the comfort zone and just trying new things with your creativity and just seeing where it could possibly go. But watch this, let's listen to this. There's something safe and comforting about the planning process, isn't there? This happens to our ambitions all the time. The last step in this process is to stop all the planning already. Stop planning. Stop always planning. Stop always writing it out. Don't get stuck in your notebook. Don't get stuck in your head. Don't get stuck in your planning calendar. Yeah, it looks beautiful with all the highlighted stuff that's on there and everything like that. But what good is it if nothing's being done, right? So we got to stop planning. Book the flight, buy the ring, host that first meeting inside your living room, whatever it is. Stop hovering 10 feet above your dream. You're going to need to pitch forward a little bit more and get your wheels on the ground. You got to get off the porch with it. You got to get off the front porch with it. You got to get off that couch with it. You got to get off the sofa with it, the love seat with it. You got to get up and you got to stop. You got to cut any distractions, cut them off, man. Get them out of the way. They're siphoning your ability to get up and get motivated. As you do this, don't aim for perfection. Now that's the part that got me. As you do this, stop aiming for perfection. I know too many creators out there that have not released anything because they're perfectionists, but it's tied to fear because it's not in the perfected way that you want it to be. You fear it won't present properly or correctly, man. So as you do this, don't aim for perfection. Look for proof that your ambition is taking shape in the world. Don't think it will go smoothly. Be ready for the jolt when you touch down. You know how the plane hits the ground, that jolt, you got to be ready for it. Once your feet hit that concrete running, you're going to feel that jolt. You're going to feel pressure on the knees that you ain't never felt before because you ain't used to moving. When you push the walls out of the way, you're going to be using muscles you've never used before. It's going to be painful. Block out all reasons this could go wrong or why you shouldn't try. Block out all those reasons for why you shouldn't try. Your ambitions are worth it. All of it. It is worth everything you can throw at it. It is worth every sacrifice you'll make to turn your ideal to reality. Somewhere out there, and this ties into what I said earlier in the very first clip. Somewhere out there, someone is praying that you'll put down your pen and spring into action. You don't think you got people that support you. You don't think people that got your back. You don't think there's people that will give you the resources you need to get the job done. But there are people out there that have watched you, paid attention to you. They see your potential. The problem is you don't see the potential in yourself. They're waiting on you to stop bull jiving, actually get up and start working so what they have set aside to give you can be given to you to accomplish the task. Stop talking about what you want to do someday. Stop talking about what you want to do someday. Hey man, I got this idea that I want to boom, 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 boom. All right, that's cool, man. When you get a date, you get a time, you get a location, holla at me. It's that proof in the pudding concept, man. So stop talking about what you want to do someday. Get started. Don't wait for the right day. Don't wait for a full moon. Don't even wait for a fairy to land on your nose. Make up an 8th day of the week if you need to, and call it start day. Peace.